Pandorum is a outer space horror movie. The movie starts with this dude who is waking up from deep sleep in this spaceship. Basically, he is on a ship, as it seems like we are in the far, far future, and classic planet Earth is dying. We're running out of food and resources, so we're sending this ship to this other planet to basically terraform it and live there forever. Well, on this journey, something seems to have gone wrong, as when dude comes out of deep sleep, the ship seems to be like malfunctioning and something's wrong with the power. So this other dude comes out of his little deep sleep, and they basically figured that one of them can fix the issue. He'll go out there and try to fix it. Well, upon exploring the ship, because one of the main doors is sealed because there's no power, he has to go through like a vent system, he realizes that there are these creatures aboard, and they kind of look like aliens, but we'll get to what they are here in a sec. Probably gonna be big spoilers, warning. So he runs from them. There's no fighting them really unless you jump them, because I mean they're just stronger, faster. This is their territory. And he's wondering really how long he had been asleep. He finds a couple other people on his traveling of the ship that are also up. Couple people don't really know what's happening either, but the main theme seems to be that they're all just running from these creatures. Well, the movie is just basically this group of people, there's like 3 of them, just trying to get to this power core to realign it and refix it so the ship's power comes back on before the ship basically loses all power and they die. And all the while, these creatures are super deep on this spaceship, which isn't like your regular size spaceship. This thing is meant to hold up to like 5,000 people. It is basically transplanting Earth to this new planet. And you find out that Pandorum is this disease, this thing that happens to people mentally when they've been in deep sleep too long, and it basically drives you mad and crazy. Yeah, and I'll talk more about what really happened in the review, as it'll be massive spoilers, because this movie is kind of a mystery movie. As the movie plays out, you're finding more and more out what's happening. So that's about as much as I want to get into without going into spoilers. So my review to Pandorum. Okay, so basically before I get into the review, which I really like this movie, we're going to go into spoilers on what happened. And so basically what happens is the original 2 dudes that come out of deep sleep. One of them is actually this dude that's been on the ship a very long time. He's one of the original 3 people who got this transmission from Earth, and basically Earth has been destroyed. And when these 3 people find out what happens, one of them gets Pandorum and snaps and kills the other 2 people. Well, he decides that he kind of is a god and runs shit, so he starts letting people out of deep sleep. And if you did not side with this dude, he would basically cast you away. Well, once a kid, now he's like old as shit, so he probably was just up and running around for like 30, 40 years maybe. Well, took his ass to deep sleep, and yeah. So those people who were casted out never went back to deep sleep. And this ship has basically been on its mission for almost 1,000 years. So those creatures that are now roaming the ship aren't aliens, which is kind of what you would assume, but actually the humans that are basically generations and generations of cannibalism and inbred. Because you would eventually have to start sleeping with your cousins, sisters, brothers, and you only have basically each other to eat. So they're mutated people, and yeah, that dude caused it all. And to actually find out that they were on the new planet the whole time, they actually crashed in its ocean. So yeah, almost 1,000 years of just chaos. And these people who would have been asleep have been asleep for what they thought was going to only be 8 years in deep sleep, but turned out to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Whew. So my review to Pandorum finally. So this review is going to be quick. Basically, I absolutely loved the story. I thought that was easily the best thing about it. The acting was very, very good. The practical effects were very, very good. The set, because it looked like they were on a spaceship, was very, very good. Production was very, very good. Just everything about this movie was very, very good. In my opinion, definitely a well-made movie. It's unfortunate, though, is I had actually seen this movie before and didn't remember it, which sucked because that hardly ever happens. And it was so good, I'm surprised I didn't remember not a single thing. Yeah, and it had the good plot twist at the end. All in all, I really liked this movie. And them creatures were like insane, and they even had like a little child one that was crazy looking and got a kill. That's spoilers though. So my recommendation for Pandorum is I would definitely probably highly recommend this. It's between highly recommended and recommended because I'm kind of biased on space stuff, but I would definitely probably highly recommend this.